Hello and welcome to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about why I kind of hate myself. And it's not for a super depressing existential reason. It's actually because I made a really stupid mistake very recently that is somehow maybe even more stupid than me falling for a phishing scam. And that's not a joke. Now, fortunately, I wasn't at risk of losing a fuck ton of money. However, I am at risk at losing a decent chunk of money now because I made such a abhorrent and really avoidable mistake. And that is removing a SIM card tray. It should be the easiest thing in the world. All you have to do is just insert a metal ejector tool and then boom, you're done. And this is the LG V30 that I talked about a few videos ago that was going to be my digital audio player because I was sick of just storing all my music on my current phone because it takes up a lot of space. I prefer to just have a micro SD card that I could keep swapping in and out of, and then, keep adding music, and it'll have a lot more storage. Unfortunately, that SD card is what ruined it for me because, yeah, I broke the SIM card tray, which is really damn bad. And you know how I did it? I was a fucking caveman and decided, let's push the metal ejector tool super forcefully in, breaking the SD card tray and making it so now I can't eject the SIM card. I can't. It doesn't work because, again, I, for some reason, thought that forcefully pushing the SD card or ejector tool in would somehow be a good idea, when that's like the number one thing that everybody tells you not to do when you're ejecting a SIM card, because that will easily break your SIM card tray. And guess what? It did, and yet I didn't fucking think twice about it. Like, again, I hate my brain. I hate the way it works because it's like the most easily avoidable shit. Like, again, phishing scams, stuff like that. Like, at least with a phishing scam, you can sort of fall for it. This is like very basic phone shit. Like, very basic stuff. I've used technology before a lot, and I would say I'm decently tech savvy. I should have known that this would happen if I did anything super forcefully with an SD card tray, and yet I still did it. And guess where it got me? Again, it got me to here. So now it is permanently in that position. Fortunately, the one saving grace is that the microSD still seems to work somehow, miraculously, because when I push the SD card tray fully in and then make it flush with the phone, it recognizes the SD card and it has all the music on there still, which is great. But again, in this like default position that it's like now in, it doesn't recognize it because, again, it's already ejected a little bit because, again, I fucked the SD card tray up like really badly. So now I'm kind of stuck. I hope that I can get this out in some way. I've heard that you can maybe apply some heat to it that can loosen the metal up a little bit. I will maybe try that, of course, with the help of somebody else because I don't trust myself to do that, especially now that I fucked this up. So yeah, as I said, I really hate myself for making this very easily avoidable mistake. And now, at best, I have just probably wasted around 80 bucks on this phone that was supposed to be my DAP. And what's the worst part is that it sounded really good. In the short time that I did actually use it, it sounded extremely good with my IEMs. It used like a quad DAC. It's the LG V30. It sounds great. And I had it already set up. It is like a refurbished phone, but it's in like excellent condition, but it does have like a few minor scratches. But even still, again, the screen looks fine. I actually did get a previous copy before that did have a dead pixel, but I returned that. And fortunately, no, I did not fuck anything up with that copy. But again, I did with this one. And now I am stuck with it, which again is why I say I wasted about $80, which is what I paid for this phone at best, because I can't return it, of course, because the SD card tray is fucking broken. So yeah, I'm kind of just shit out of luck. Again, I'll really try to find a way to safely remove this SD card tray and hopefully recover that SD card because it does have a lot of music on it and it does have a lot of storage. So I would very much like to keep that because I did pay for that SD card with my own money as well. Or more specifically a micro SD card, but you know what I mean. Like, no phone uses an actual full-blown SD card slot. So again, I hope I can at least recover that. And that's the best I can really do at this point. Like, I can maybe get a replacement SD card slot like online. I've like searched it up, and there are a few for decently cheap, but still, I don't know if that will really work. It may, and I might try that if I can again recover that micro SD card. But it's still not looking very likely. I might have fucked something up with the internals even besides the SD card slot. I'm still not entirely sure because, again, I haven't actually had the opportunity to remove it because, again, the ejector tool just doesn't work. It just goes straight through the hole now. It doesn't have like a little button that, it doesn't have like any feedback to note that it's ejecting the SD card slot. None of that. It doesn't do what it normally should because, again, I was too forceful with it and I realized that mistake. And again, what's the worst part about this is that this is like the most easily avoidable, like, old phone thing in the universe. Like, basically everybody knows this, including me. Like, I knew that, I would possibly break the SD card slot by applying a good amount of pressure to it, and yet I still decided, this is a good idea, like a dumbass, and, this is where it got me. So, real great idea, me. Really glad I did that, and now, again, at best, I most likely just wasted $80, and at worst, I wasted around $120 because I paid about $40 for that micro SD card because it does have like 512 gigabytes on it. So it is a decently beefy micro SD card, and again, it's gone. Like, I can't get it out there. I have to find out some way to remove that SD card slot and just hope it's still alive somehow. So, yeah, that is basically going to be it, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.